Welcome, everybody. Don Giannetti here. I'm here with Jennifer Arce. And Jennifer, introduce yourself and tell us where you are.
Okay, so I am Jennifer Arce. I am from Colombia and I live in Miami. I do food photography, product photography, and now I'm getting my feet wet into beauty and skincare products, but I do tabletop photography basically.
And you joined Project 52 a couple years ago.
Yes. Oh my
And
gosh, I
Jennifer,
don't remember the year. I think it was
2019,
2021.
was it 2021? Yeah.
Or 20,
And
yeah, I think so.
Jennifer is also in the mentorship group, which we meet every week. And I get to follow her progress as she brings in some pretty big clients. I'm going to share your website here. If I can share screen on this tiny little, there we go. I'm on a little laptop this morning. There we go. Here's her website. Tell us a little bit about what it's like to work in Miami.
I mean, it's hot. I mean, because of the weather, obviously, but I mean, it is fun. In my case, particularly, there are a lot of Latin American people here, so I feel like I'm working with family, with people like me. And And yeah, it is fun. Miami is a great market. A great market. It's been growing a lot. There are a lot of agencies, a lot of, brands, and I think that there are a lot of potential in Miami.
Excellent. Um, what did you, why did you join Project 52, by the way?
Well, in 2021, that I think that was the year that I joined P52. I actually had just registered my business with zombies. Like I was just starting out. I was feeling lost, I guess. I mean, a lot of people know that being a photographer, a creative in a city, in whatever city you are, you feel a little lonely because you are by yourself, right? You don't have like a place that you go to work every day. You are alone alone by yourself. And I was having all these questions about working with clients, because one thing is working for fun, doing just as a hobby, and then doing it as a career. So I remember that at that time I had just registered my business. I just wanted to, like to join like a support group where I could just ask questions, learn how this industry works. I think that was it. And just after I joined P52, I got an email asking for a cookbook. Do you remember the Delmonico's cookbook? And right, I mean, I remember that I was calling you asking a lot of questions about it. How should I do the copyright thing, the licensing, the pricing, everything, because I was so lost and I was just beginning, to work on this. So I think that was the motivation at that time, just to as like looking for a community and in a place where I can feel safe asking questions and just learning from other people.
And for those of you who don't know, Delmonico's is probably one of the most famous restaurants in New York. And the book that Jennifer, the cookbook, was the history of Delmonico's. And it's a big, thick, heavy, absolutely stunning book. It's got architecture and the history of the food and, I don't know, 45 or 50 of your stunning photographs.
Mm.
And that was a real coup. I think the thing I remember most, and I don't want to embarrass you, okay? So this is with love. But Jennifer called and said, I have to take a picture of a cookie and a drink. And you said, I'm thinking about charging them $1,500. And we went through it a little bit, found out who the client was, what they did. And I think we said, no, we're not charging them $1,500. And we charged them quite a bit more than that, Jennifer, and they didn't bat an eye, did they?
Yes, yes. I mean, just asking you, what, which is what I always do when I have no idea what to do. I just text you or send you an email asking for help. So I think that that's one of the most valuable things from being in the community, in the group.
What did you like most about Project 52? I think people are wondering, they're on the fence a little bit about whether they should take it. Um, what did you like best about it?
I I think that the assignments, like the idea of having assignments as, with it was like the best. And let me explain why. Because at first, when I started doing the assignments, we get like the job, and then you say you take the place of an art director or creative director who says what you want to accomplish on the project and whatever. And at first, I just was doing or following the step by step, right? What do I need to do for this assignment? But then in real life, I remember the first time that I worked with a creative director with a real assignment. It was very similar to what we already were doing inside the project, so I think that is very valuable. I didn't even know what a creative director was, what was the role of an art director, how do I make a cover of a magazine, how do I develop like a concept based on a red balloon, for example. Like I remember those assignments that you had to create something out of just a red balloon, for example. And then and then you see in real life that that's how it works when you work with a team or other people. They give you an assignment and you develop the concept. I mean, depending on what are you doing inside the project. But I think that having the feedback on each assignment and having like a work, like a homework to do every week, that was very, very good.
Would you recommend other people take Project 52?
Yes, and not just P52. Take P52 and then join the coaching group, because I think that's the best. That's what I did. I did P52, and once P52 was done, then I joined the coaching group, because as I said, you are not that you are alone, but we feel alone doing this by ourselves. And I always say that we need community. We need a group of people that are doing the same that you're doing, where you can ask questions, get feedback, and that's what you get in P52. I mean, like the coaching group is like a P52 for life, I would say, because you're always getting assignments and getting feedback. And I will totally recommend to anyone that it's on the fence to join, because you are going to learn how to deal with a creative project, how to price your work, how to deal with clients. And now that Dawn is introducing new things into the project, like how to do motion. Actually, when I started P52, I wasn't doing any of the stop motions or videos or anything like that. I was doing just photography. And I remember in every class, Dawn was saying like, do motion, do more motion, like add motion to your portfolio. And I remember that the first stop motion that I ever did, I shared it in the group. And inside, I mean, I started doing stop motions and all these cinemagraphs and videos, like out of the motivation that I was getting from Dawn, like saying all the time, do motion, include motion in your work. And that really was like, what inspired me to experiment and doing all those things that now I can offer to clients and charge for them.
Absolutely. Jennifer, I know you're busy. I know you've got clients. Um,
Yes,
and it
yes. This
and
this
it's
year has been good.
um So is it true that the people driving around in Miami now in their cars have to have life vests from all the rain? Is that true or is that?
I think so, yes. No, it is true. It is true. You should have like a jet ski and a life, like a jet ski, a kayak or something like that if you want to go to the grocery store
Just tow
while
around the
raining.
jet ski for those afternoon rains.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Jennifer, thank you so much for spending some time with us. I appreciate
No.
it so very much. And I'll let you get back to work.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having P52 because I know that this has been a project that have been, in the market for a long time, and I'm so glad that I found about it. I actually wanna share this how I got to to meet you in your group. I remember because I was doing food photography when I started, and I was just scrolling on Instagram, and I saw that Johnny Simon, the food photographer, who she lives in Arizona as well, I
Hmm.
think,
She was up
and she
north of there.
shared something about you, like my friend Don Yanari is having like a splash class, something like that, and I joined to those free classes that you were like offering. I remember that at that time I was just thinking on doing this as a business. So I joined that free class, which I recommend as well. I don't know if you're still doing them. Like the free class, it was all about splashes, and I just fell in love with the dynamic of the classes. And then I kept connected to the Facebook group and everything. And then I found out about P52 and then about the coaching group and whatever. And I've been there since I started. So I highly, highly recommend to anyone that join if you want to get like support. And I'll be there in the group anyways, if you want to join.
Well, you're a bright spot, I'll tell you that. It's great. It's great when you're there. Thank you so much.
Okay, Don, you're welcome.
I'll
Bye.
see you in I'll see you in the group.